Hey friend, in today's watercolor tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to paint a prickly pear cactus. This is a great piece to practice that you can implement in your desert landscapes as well. Without further ado, let's get painting. Today's tutorial, I'm going to be using Sap Green, Prussian Blue, Burnt Umber, Orange, and Yellow. The paintbrushes I'm using are size 6 and size 2 round Princeton brush. And then I just have a 8x6-inch watercolor spiral bound notepad that I'm painting on. To get started, I want to mix up a more vibrant green. I'm going to use Sap Green as the base. And I'm going to just grab a really good amount of Sap Green. So about 3 good brushfuls. Then from here, I want to add a good brushful of Prussian Blue. And then with that, I'm going to do a brushful of Burnt Umber here. That's just going to make it a little bit earthier. We'll do maybe one more brushful of Burnt Umber, and then I've got this nice earthy green to work with. So to start, I'm just gonna take from here, this mixed color that we have, and start to build our prickly pear cacti. So I'm gonna start with our first shape here. And with that, it's almost like a strawberry shape, if you will, where it's a little bit wider towards the top and a little bit narrower towards the bottom, but it's still rounded. And I feel like I need a little bit more Sap Green. I probably should have color swatched that earlier, but that's okay. So I'm adding a little bit of Sap Green back into our mixed color and maybe just a touch of Prussian Blue. Sometimes Burnt Umber can definitely overpower a little bit. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. So from here, I'm just going to take our mixed color and just do kind of a wash version of that, just filling the shape in. Alrighty, and while it's still slightly wet, I'm just going to take some plain Sap Green and kind of start to shade and add some color variation into the cacti. So I'm just adding this color towards the left side just a bit, and then a little bit towards the right as well, just to kind of give a little bit of variegation and some wet and wet technique in here. Next, I'm going to build our second shape, which is kind of an oval shape here, and it's connected at the bottom and it's pointed towards the left corner of the page. And I just want a little bit more color. Perfect. All right, and then to that, I'm going to add a little bit more plain Sap Green towards the left side, just building that pigment a little bit up there, just like that. And with this one, I want a little bit more of a highlight, so I'm just rinsing my brush off and patting it dry. I'm just gonna lift a little bit of the pigment on the right side. There we go. Alrighty, and then carrying on with our mixed green, I'm gonna do another slight oval shape, just like so. It's almost like a little balloon shape, and then just take some water and fill that in. And then I'm gonna take some Sap Green and just apply some towards the left. Allow that to kind of bleed a little bit. And then I'm gonna take more of our mixed green and just add a little green bud, which is going to act as our base for one of our blooms. And then before I forget, we're gonna have another green bud over towards the left of this second shape. Okay. And you can notice the green buds have kind of an irregular shape towards the top of them. All right, so now I'm gonna continue on and start with our right side of our prickly pear cacti. And I'm just filling that in. And then from there, I'm gonna get some sap green and just kind of add that towards the left while it's still wet. Just a little bit towards the right as well. Alrighty, and then from here, I'm going to take our mixed green and do a little balloon shape that's pointed more inward towards the left side of the page. And then I'm just taking water to just kind of fill that in. And then just a little bit more sap green. While it's still wet, that's the key, so we can have some soft blends. Alrighty, and then I'm taking our mixed green and doing another kind of balloon shape up towards the top. Maybe this one's a little bit more pointed at the base. Ooh, went a little crazy there. All good. Just gonna round that edge out and then just fill this in with some water to kind of dilute that pigment down just a little bit. And I'm just adding that olive green, just like we've been doing. Then I'm gonna just pull some of the pigment with a clean, dry brush here, just to add back in a highlight. Alrighty, and then from here, I'm just gonna do 2 more kind of balloon shaped areas, but maybe this one's a little bit more stubby towards the base, not as pointed. And then going back in with our sap green. And then our last one is going to be pointed towards the right and almost horizontal, maybe just a little bit smaller than the others. Then I'm just going in with that sap green again. Okay, Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to take our mixed green and just add a few more buds where our blooms will be. So I'm just going to just lightly tap with the tip of my size 6 brush, just some green bits like this. So I have 2 on this one here. Maybe on this one I'll have 3 just to mix it up. You can make some smaller and some bigger than others. This one will be small towards the right, and this middle one's quite large. All right, and then I'll do maybe just one small one here towards the right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am just going to allow our cactus here to dry. So just maybe 5 minutes or so. And then when we come back, I'm going to add some of our cactus needles to our cactus, and then we will carry on with the cactus flowers. Alrighty, next up, I'm just going to add a touch more Prussian Blue and a little bit of the Burnt Umber into that mixed green just to darken it a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to switch gears to my size 2 brush, and with that I am just going to add a few just dots, simple, and those are just going to go irregularly all across the rounded shapes of our cacti. So I'm just tapping the tip of the size 2 brush, making sure I do have some towards the edge as well. And I'm just going to do this all throughout the cacti. Alrighty, so while that's set, I'm going to take my size 2 brush and just use plain yellow to start. And I'm just going to start our flowers, and I'm simply using my size 2 brush just to make these textured brush marks kind of stemming off of those bases of the flowers. So I'm just kind of layering almost this kind of just like a slight curve, and I just kind of layer these slight curved words are hard, some curved brush strokes layered on each other. So I'm just going to continue to do that. I'm not overthinking it too much, but just on each area that's green, I'm just going to be applying this yellow, just like so. And if you notice, the yellow kind of fans outward slightly on the sides. I'm now going to switch gears back to the mixed green using my size 2 brush. And on each of these little dots, I'm going to just use really light pressure with my hand and add 2 cacti needles stemming out. And you can change the direction that the cacti needles are pointed. But I'm just, again, using super light pressure. Some of the needles kind of break out of the silhouette of the cacti itself. But it's almost like we're giving each of these little dots a couple whiskers, if you will. So I'm just gonna go all throughout the cacti using really light pressure and just apply all of the needles to each of the little dots. I'm just going to use the same green, and on the sides of the bud of the green base for the flowers, just on the left side and just a little bit towards the bottom of each of those bases, I'm just layering up a little bit of that mixed green that we used for the pine, sorry, not the pine needles, that we used for the cacti needles. You could tell I'm used to painting a lot of mountain landscapes. But I'm just adding a little bit more detail and shading just to help define the base of the flowers and where they're stemming from. Okay, now from here, I'm just gonna take our orange, and I just wanna add a few orange brush strokes on the yellow just to help shade and define the flowers. So especially on the left side, and then just a couple dashes towards the bottom base of the flower, I'm just adding these kind of wispy, almost eyelash-like brush strokes with the tip of my size 2 brush. And again, starting on the left side and then just a little bit at that base. The orange is just going to really complement the bright yellow and make it pop. I hope that you enjoyed this watercolor tutorial of a prickly pear cacti and that you can implement it in some of your desert landscapes. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any further watercolor tutorials.